The TV show Bewitched has captivated millions of viewers with stories filled with magic and laughter. But behind the glamour of Hollywood lies a series of heartbreaking tragedies. In this article, we will explore little-known stories about the 26 members of the cast who contributed to the success of the film. People who brought joy to the audience but faced tragic deaths, tragic and haunting. From sudden accidents, dangerous illnesses to unsolved mysteries, their fate has made many people sad. Let's find out the heartbreaking truth, the lives and passings of the actors who made Bewitched an unforgettable icon on the small screen. Marion Lorne as Aunt Clara. Marion Lorne played the lovable and bumbling Aunt Clara, whose magical mishaps often caused chaos in the Stevens household. Aunt Clara was known for her kind heart, forgetfulness, and her collection of antique doorknobs. Lorne's portrayal brought warmth and humor to the show, making Aunt Clara a beloved character. Marion Lorne had a long and distinguished career in theater, film, and television. She was a respected actress known for her gentle demeanor and impeccable comedic timing. Marion passed away from a heart attack on May 9, 1968, at the age of 84, just 10 days before she was awarded an Emmy for her performance on Bewitched. Sarah Seagar as Agnes Baker. Sarah Seagar played various roles on Bewitched, including Agnes Baker. Her characters often added a touch of realism and warmth to the magical world of the show. Seagar was a versatile actress with a career that spanned stage, film, and television. She was known for her gentle demeanor and ability to bring depth to her roles. Off-screen, she was married to actor and director Ezra Stone, and they had 2 children together. Sarah Seagar passed away from a cerebral hemorrhage on August 12, 1990, at the age of 76. Her contributions to Bewitched and other works have left a lasting impact on the entertainment industry. Agnes Morehead as Endora. Endora was the vibrant and powerful witch who never quite approved of her daughter's marriage to a mortal. Her character was known for her dramatic flair, sharp wit, and unwavering love for Samantha. Endora's magical interventions often created tension but also added a layer of depth to the show's narrative. Agnes Morehead, the actress behind Endora, was a seasoned performer with a career that spanned radio, stage, and screen. She was known for her versatility and commanding presence. Agnes's life was filled with professional achievements, but her later years were overshadowed by health issues. She passed away from uterine cancer on April 30, 1974. There were speculations that her illness was linked to her work on the film The Conqueror, which was filmed near a nuclear test site, adding a tragic dimension to her story. John Feedler as Augusta Sunshine. John Feedler brought his distinctive voice and gentle demeanor to the role of Augusta Sunshine on Bewitched. Augustus was a timid and mild-mannered character, often caught up in the magical antics of the Stevens household. Feedler's portrayal added a layer of sweetness and innocence to the show, making Augustus a memorable part of the series. Beyond Bewitched, Feedler had a prolific career, including his iconic role as the voice of Piglet in Disney's Winnie the Pooh series. His gentle, high-pitched voice made him a perfect fit for characters that required a touch of vulnerability and kindness. Feedler also appeared in numerous television shows and films, including Star Trek, The Bob Newhart Show, and 12 Angry Men. He passed away from cancer on June 25, 2005, at the age of 80. His legacy as a beloved character actor endures through his many memorable performances, particularly his work as Piglet, which continues to charm audiences of all ages. Elizabeth Montgomery as Samantha Stevens. Samantha Stevens was the heart and soul of Bewitched. As a witch married to a mortal, she constantly balanced her magical heritage with her desire for a normal life. Samantha was compassionate, intelligent, and fiercely loyal to her family. Her magical abilities often led to humorous and chaotic situations, but her intentions were always pure. Elizabeth Montgomery, much like her character, was known for her grace and charm. Off-screen, she was a strong advocate for social causes, including women's rights and LGBTQ+ issues. Elizabeth's life, however, was not without its challenges. She faced multiple marriages and personal struggles. Her battle with colorectal cancer was a difficult one, and she passed away on May 18, 1995, leaving behind a legacy of kindness and talent. Jack Collins as Mr. Robbins. Jack Collins played Mr. Robbins, a character who added a touch of authority and professionalism to Bewitched. His character often appeared in business settings, contributing to the show's portrayal of suburban life. Collins was a versatile actor with a career that included roles in popular shows like The Brady Bunch and Dallas. He was known for his strong screen presence and ability to bring depth to his characters. Jack Collins passed away on January 31, 2005, at the age of 86, after a long battle with cancer. His contributions to television and film have left a lasting legacy. Casey Rogers as Louise Tate. Casey Rogers played Louise Tate, the supportive and stylish wife of Larry Tate. Louise was a friend to Samantha and often provided a grounded human perspective amidst the magical chaos. Rogers joined the cast in 1966, replacing Irene Vernon in the role. Off-screen, Rogers was known for her versatility as an actress, having appeared in numerous films and television shows under the name Laura Elliott before adopting the name Casey Rogers. She was also an avid motorcyclist and a dedicated mother. After battling throat cancer for many years, Rogers suffered a stroke and passed away on July 6, 2006, at the age of 80. David White as Larry Tate. Larry Tate was the quintessential advertising executive, always looking to climb the corporate ladder. His character was often seen as opportunistic, willing to say or do anything to secure a deal. Despite his sometimes unscrupulous behavior, Larry had moments of genuine friendship and loyalty, particularly towards Darren Stevens. David White, who brought Larry to life, was a dedicated actor with a deep love for his craft. His personal life was marked by tragedy, including the heartbreaking loss of his son in the Pan Am Flight 103 bombing over Lockerbie, Scotland. David's own life ended due to a heart attack on November 27, 1990. His portrayal of Larry Tate remains a memorable part of television history. Dick Wilson as Drunk. Dick Wilson frequently appeared on Bewitched as the recurring character known simply as Drunk. His character was often seen in humorous scenes, usually bewildered by the magical happenings around him. Wilson's portrayal added a touch of light-heartedness to the show. Outside of Bewitched, he was best known for his role as Mr. Whipple in the Charmin commercials, a character that became a cultural icon. Wilson's career spanned over 5 decades, and he was beloved for his comedic talent. He passed away from natural causes on November 18, 2007, at the age of 91, leaving behind a legacy of laughter and memorable performances. Sandra Gould as Gladys Kravitz. Sandra Gould took over the role of the nosy neighbor Gladys Kravitz in 1966, bringing a new level of comedic energy to the character. Gladys was always suspicious of the strange happenings at the Stevens house, often to the disbelief of her husband, Abner. Gould's portrayal was marked by her shrill voice and exaggerated reactions, making Gladys a memorable and beloved character. Off-screen, Sandra was a seasoned actress with a career that spanned radio, television, and film. She was known for her vibrant personality and dedication to her craft. Sadly, Sandra Gould passed away from a stroke following heart surgery on July 20, 1999, just 3 days before her 83rd birthday. Steve Franken as George Barkley. Steve Franken played George Barkley, a character who brought humor and charm to Bewitched. Franken was known for his comedic talent and versatility, appearing in various roles throughout his career. He was perhaps best known for his role as Chatsworth Osborne Jr. on The Many Loves of Dobie Gillis. Franken's career spanned over 5 decades, and he was beloved for his ability to bring laughter to audiences. He passed away on August 24, 2012, at the age of 80, due to complications from cancer. His legacy as a talented character actor endures through his many memorable performances. Robert F. Simon as Frank Stevens. Robert F. Simon played Frank Stevens, Darren's father, who was a recurring character on Bewitched. Frank was known for his stern yet loving demeanor, often providing a counterbalance to the magical chaos in the Stevens household. Simon's portrayal brought a sense of realism and warmth to the show, making Frank a relatable and beloved character. Outside of Bewitched, Robert F. Simon had a prolific career in both film and television, appearing in classics such as The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance and Operation Petticoat. He was also a seasoned stage actor, having succeeded Lee J. Cobb in the role of Willie Loman in Death of a Salesman on Broadway. Simon passed away from a massive heart attack on November 29, 1992, at the age of 83. His extensive body of work continues to be appreciated by fans of classic cinema and television. Richard X. Slattery as police officer. Richard X. Slattery often appeared on Bewitched as a police officer, bringing his real-life experience as a former NYPD officer to the role. His character added a touch of authenticity and authority to the show. Slattery was known for his rugged, square-jawed look and gravelly voice, which made him a natural fit for tough guy roles. Beyond Bewitched, he had a prolific career in television and film, appearing in numerous shows and movies. Slattery passed away from a stroke on January 27, 1997, at the age of 71. His contributions to the entertainment industry, particularly his memorable character roles, have left a lasting impression. Mabel Albertson as Phyllis Stevens. Mabel Albertson played Phyllis Stevens, Darren's neurotic and often overbearing mother. Phyllis was known for her dramatic flair and frequent complaints about her sick headaches, which often coincided with Samantha's magical mishaps. Albertson's portrayal brought a humorous and relatable element to the show, as many viewers could identify with the meddling mother-in-law trope. Mabel Albertson had a prolific career in television and film, often cast in roles that showcased her comedic talent. She passed away from Alzheimer's disease on September 28, 1982, at the age of 81. Her ashes were scattered into the Pacific Ocean, a fitting tribute to a woman who brought so much joy and laughter to her audiences. Dick York as Darren Stevens. Dick York played the original Darren Stevens, the loving but often bewildered husband of Samantha. Darren's character was known for his steadfastness and his humorous attempts to keep up with the magical antics of his wife and her family. York's portrayal brought a relatable, everyman quality to the role, making Darren a beloved character. However, York's life was marred by chronic pain due to a severe back injury sustained during the filming of They Came to Cordura in 1959. This injury led to an addiction to painkillers and eventually forced him to leave Bewitched in 1969. Despite his struggles, York continued to work sporadically and dedicated his later years to helping the homeless. He passed away from complications related to emphysema on February 20, 1992, at the age of 63. George Tobias as Abner Kravitz. Alice Pierce as Gladys Kravitz. Alice Pierce was the original Gladys Kravitz, the quintessential nosy neighbor whose hysterical reactions to Samantha's witchcraft provided much of the show's humor. Pierce's comedic timing and expressive face made her a standout in the role. Tragically, Alice was diagnosed with ovarian cancer before joining Bewitched, but she kept her illness a secret from the cast and crew. Despite her declining health, she continued to deliver memorable performances until her death on March 3, 1966, at the age of 48. Her dedication to her role earned her a posthumous Emmy Award for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series. Ronald Long as Henry VIII. Ronald Long brought a regal and commanding presence to the role of Henry VIII in Bewitched. His portrayal of the iconic English monarch was both humorous and authoritative, adding a unique twist to the show's magical narrative. Henry VIII's character was often used to highlight the absurdity and humor of time travel and magical mishaps. Long's deep voice and imposing stature made him a perfect fit for the role. Outside of Bewitched, Ronald Long had a distinguished career in television and film, often cast in roles that required a strong, authoritative presence. He was known for his work in The Man from UNCLE and The Twilight Zone. Long passed away on October 23, 1986, at the age of 75, leaving behind a legacy of memorable performances that showcased his versatility and talent. Paul Lynde as Uncle Arthur. Paul Lynde brought a unique and unforgettable energy to the role of Uncle Arthur, Samantha's mischievous and witty warlock uncle. Uncle Arthur was known for his practical jokes and his ability to lighten any situation with his sharp humor. Lynde's portrayal was marked by his distinctive voice and comedic timing, making Uncle Arthur a fan favorite. Off-screen, Paul Lynde was a beloved comedian and actor, known for his work on Hollywood Squares and his campy, snarky persona. Despite his success, Lynde struggled with personal demons, including issues related to his sexuality and substance abuse. He passed away from a heart attack on January 10, 1982, at the age of 55, leaving behind a legacy of laughter and memorable performances. Ron Mosek as police officer. Ron Mosek appeared on Bewitched in various roles, including that of a police officer, adding a touch of humor and authority to the show. Mosek was known for his versatility and ability to bring a sense of authenticity to his characters. Beyond Bewitched, he had a long and varied career in television and film, including a memorable role as Sheriff Mort Metzger on Murder, She Wrote. Mosek was often referred to as the King of Commercials due to his extensive work in advertising, most notably as the voice of the Vlasic Pickles stork. He passed away from natural causes on October 20, 2022, at the age of 86, surrounded by his family. His contributions to the entertainment industry, particularly his memorable character roles, have left a lasting impression. Alice Ghostly as Esmeralda. Alice Ghostly played Esmeralda, the shy and bumbling witch who served as a maid and babysitter for the Stevens household. Esmeralda's character was known for her nervousness and her tendency to make objects disappear when she sneezed. Ghostly's portrayal brought a unique charm and humor to the show. She was a Tony Award-winning actress with a career that included numerous stage, film, and television roles. Ghostly passed away on September 21, 2007, at the age of 84, after a long battle with colon cancer and a series of strokes. Her contributions to Bewitched and other works have left a lasting impact on the entertainment industry. George Tobias brought to life Abner Kravitz, the skeptical and often exasperated neighbor who was constantly trying to make sense of the strange occurrences next door. Abner's character provided much of the show's comic relief, with his deadpan reactions to his wife Gladys's hysterical claims about the Stevens' magical activities. Tobias was a seasoned character actor with a career spanning several decades in film and television. He never married and was known for his off-screen charm and wit. Tobias passed away from bladder cancer on February 27, 1980, at the age of 78, leaving behind a legacy of memorable performances. Roy Roberts as Frank Stevens. Roy Roberts portrayed Frank Stevens, Darren's father, who was a recurring character on Bewitched. Frank was known for his stern yet loving demeanor, often providing a counterbalance to the magical chaos in the Stevens household. Roberts had a prolific career, appearing in over 900 productions on stage and screen. He was a familiar face in many classic TV shows and films, known for his authoritative roles. Roy Roberts passed away from a heart attack on May 28, 1975, at the age of 69. His extensive body of work continues to be appreciated by fans of classic television. Maurice Evans as Maurice. Maurice Evans played Maurice, Samantha's father, who was a powerful and dignified warlock. Maurice's character was known for his grand entrances, his love for Shakespeare, and his disapproval of his daughter's marriage to a mortal. Evans brought a theatrical flair to the role, drawing on his extensive background in Shakespearean theater. He was a distinguished actor with a career that included notable performances on stage and screen. Maurice Evans passed away from heart failure as a result of a bronchial infection on March 12, 1989, at the age of 87. His portrayal of Maurice remains one of the memorable highlights of Bewitched. Bernard Fox as Dr. Bombay. Bernard Fox portrayed the eccentric and humorous Dr. Bombay, the witch doctor who was always called upon to solve magical mishaps. Dr. Bombay was known for his flamboyant attire and quirky remedies, often adding a comedic twist to the show's magical dilemmas. Fox's portrayal made Dr. Bombay a beloved character, remembered for his catchphrase, calling Dr. Bombay, "Emergency, come right away." Off-screen, Bernard Fox had a long and varied career in film and television, known for his roles in Hogan's Heroes and The Mummy. He was a fifth-generation performer, starting his career at a very young age. Fox passed away from heart failure on December 14, 2016, at the age of 89, leaving behind a legacy of memorable performances and a beloved character in Bewitched. Charles Lane as Ed Hotchkiss. Charles Lane played Ed Hotchkiss, a character who often embodied the stern, no-nonsense authority figures he was famous for portraying. Lane's extensive career spanned over 75 years, during which he appeared in more than 250 films and countless television shows. He was known for his distinctive, bespectacled face and his ability to bring a touch of humor to even the most serious roles. Lane's longevity in the industry was remarkable, and he continued to work well into his 90s. He passed away from natural causes on July 9, 2007, at the age of 102. His legacy as one of Hollywood's most recognizable character actors endures through his vast body of work. Herb Volland as Charlie Traynor. Herb Volland played Charlie Traynor, a character who often found himself entangled in the magical mishaps of the Stevens household. Charlie was a businessman and a client of Darren's advertising firm, often bringing a touch of the real world into the magical chaos. Volland's portrayal added a touch of humor and realism to the show, as his character's reactions to the supernatural events were both relatable and amusing. Volland was best known for his roles in various television series, including MAS*H, where he played General Crandall Clayton, and in the comedy film Airplane. His ability to play gruff, authoritative figures with a comedic edge made him a beloved character actor. Herb Volland passed away from a stroke on April 26, 1981, at the age of 62. His contributions to television and film continue to be remembered by fans for their humor and authenticity. What do you think about the deaths of the actors in Bewitched, and who do you miss the most among them? Leave your comments below and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell to see the latest videos.